My name is Mark Warman, and I own Graveyard Carz.
We're the #1 Mopar restoration shop in the world.
We restore Chrysler muscle cars back to the way they were on the assembly line.
My name's Alyssa Rose. I work here at Graveyard Carz. Other than being Mark Warman's daughter, I run our parts room. I also head up our QC department, and I do any other minute task that needs to be done.
I'm Will Scott. I'm the painter here at Graveyard Carz. I do all the paint work, oversee the body work, the metal work a little bit, kind of run the back half of the shop, so to speak.
Okay, so I'm Doug, Mark's cousin Dougie.
My name is Justin Jesdahl. I work here at Graveyard Carz, and I am the assembly tech.
The Chrysler muscle car is without a doubt the most collectible American muscle car on the planet today. Some versions selling as much as $3.5 million. When these cars came out 50 years ago, they were bold. They were bold in their styling, and they were bold in their engines. Chrysler offered such a wide variety of muscle cars. One was bound to suit your personality. And that's why today there are so many different variations, so many different classes, and such collectability, because it allowed you to be you.
They were so crazy back in the day, you know, with their ideas, their color schemes, the packages they put together. Nobody else came close to it.
They're just so unique in every aspect, and just the engines, you know, the historic 426 Hemi, the 440 Magnums. Just the sounds of these cars alone are they're just awesome.
We stopped making cars cool in the 80s. I don't know why we did that, but we did. The style lines, the colors, the thought that went from the front to the back of the car, they didn't miss a beat. Everything today looks like a rental car. It looks the same. There's no body lines, there's no style, it's black, white, or red. Back in the 70s, that's not how it was. It was fun and it was cool.
Will Scott has worked with me for over 2 decades, most of his adult life. As lead painter, Will is responsible to make sure that the body work is done correctly. The primer work, the jam work, the top coating of the base coat, clear coat, or single stage paint. Everything has to be perfect before it can get moved over to the assembly shop. When that car does roll from the paint shop into the assembly shop, each and every time is my proudest moment. Will does a great job, and he's part of our family. Justin is our lead assembly technician. His job is to put these cars together once they're out of the paint shop. He is in charge of installing all of the exterior trim and ornamentation on the cars, assembling the interior, including the dash assembly, installing and plumbing out the engine, transmission, and rear end. And the best part of his job is when he hands me a set of keys and says, "Mark, that car is ready to go." I do a final QC, I call the customer, and we're heroes. Doug Oldham is my cousin and my friend. We call him Cousin Dougie. His job is to rebuild, assemble, and detail to OEM standards the engine, transmission, rear axle assembly, drive shaft, and front suspension. And I can tell you, after 35 years of employing technicians, he is the best one I've ever worked with. I trust him with my cars. I would trust him with my life. Alyssa Rose is my daughter, and she works with me side by side at Graveyard Carz. Alyssa has multiple responsibilities. To make sure that all of the parts are here to restore a car and that they are correct is only one of her many jobs. She also has to do quality control. Her job is to make sure that these guys do their job. And probably the most important of all of her responsibilities that could not be replaced easily is that she gets me my coffee. And she knows exactly how I like it, the right amount of creamer, the right amount of cocoa. I like cocoa in my coffee. She makes it perfect.